Namaste and welcome to class. Today we are practicing mindful yoga for mental well-being, and this is just a general free class that I do every second week, and I'll release it on Saturdays at 10 a.m. from now on. And you can check out my Facebook page, the Mindful Yoga, so mindful-yoga.com.au or Kyla at Mindful Yoga on Facebook, and check out my Facebook page. That would be great. Today we're going to start with a grounding practice actually, and this is a psychological practice. It's a mental health tool, and what grounding practices do is they actually just give us a sense of stability, and they interrupt negativity. So whether you're actually experiencing really high anxiety or those depths of depression, feel like you're sort of spiraling into a depression, you can use a grounding practice just to interrupt those negative thoughts. And so I'm going to go through it with you now. In yoga, a grounding practice is very similar to pratyahara, which is the withdrawal of the senses. And a lot of yoga classes actually begin by withdrawing the senses inside the body. But yoga for mental health, what we'll do is we'll just go gently, using the senses first of all, and then as we go through the class, we're going to withdraw the senses inside the body, and I'm going to show you how to become spine aware. So we're going to start with a grounding practice, and first of all we're going to do is using the five senses. So first of all we'll use sight. If you can just notice, become aware, become mindful of three things that you can see. So just take a brief look around and just notice three things that you can see. So for me, I can see a couch, I can see a table, I can see my yoga mat. Three things that you can see. And then very gently we'll move on. Just become aware, become mindful of three sounds that you can hear. So I can hear my light that I've got on. I can hear the traffic outside. And I can hear someone on their computer. What about you? Three things that you can hear. And then moving on, so we've done sight, we've done sound, let's do smell. So just notice, just become more aware of the sense of smell, and just notice three things that you can smell. So I'm noticing I can smell some incense that I was burning in here before. I just vacuum, so I can smell the vacuum cleaner as well. And I think I can smell my shampoo actually. So three things that I can smell. And then moving on. Let's see, is there three things that I can taste? So we've done sight, sound, smell, and taste. Three things that you can taste. I can taste my toothpaste. I can taste a little bit of coffee that I had before, and maybe a little bit of my breakfast actually. So those are three things that I can taste. And then we'll do touch. So three things that you can feel on the skin of your body. And first of all, I can feel the temperature of the air on my arms. And then I can feel my clothing on my skin. And I can feel a little bit of tingling in my feet. Perfect. So we've done sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. And you can do that. You just take 5 minutes and just notice 3 things with each of the senses. And what you've done is you've brought your mind into the present moment. So you've become more mindful. And in becoming more mindful, what you've done is you've actually changed the brain waves into alpha brain waves, which allow us to be relaxed yet alert, which is perfect. Beautiful. Let's start with 3 arm circles, breathing in and exhale. Breathing in and exhale. Breathing out. Exhale. Let's reverse it. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. Perfect. Okay. What I thought we would do is just place our feet in front, and we're going to be doing some twists today. We're going to be focusing on spinal awareness. So I'm just going to move my feet to the front. I'm sitting on a cushion. You might want to get a cushion as well. And I'm just going to let my knees fall to the side. So thereby I'm giving a slight stretch, a warning signal if you like, to this lower back, and we've got over to the other side. So I'm leaning back on my fingertips, just allowing these knees to fall over. And go to the other side. Just allowing these knees to fall over. And 1 more each side. And just coming to the last side. Allowing these knees to fall down. Giving a bit of a stretch. Perfect. Okay. So, very gently, I'm just going to move my right foot to the left hip. And I've got this knee pointing directly forward. You can leave this foot here if you would prefer, or you can drop it over the top. Good. I'm just going to wrap my arm around this knee and bring my fingertips back behind the left hip. And first of all, I'm going to sit up, getting some length in the spine, and then I'm going to twist back. And this is just a gentle twist to start with. We're just warming up the spine. Breathing in. And because you've got this front part of the stomach compressed by this leg, breathing into the back and side body is where you'll need to store the breath as it comes in. Breathing in. Looking back over this back shoulder. Sitting up through the vertebra. And gently looking back over and coming back to center. I'm just going to move this foot towards the right hip, and I'm going to bring both of my knees together. Beautiful. Just pressing into the instep there. Pressing into the instep. Warming into the hips, and you'll notice that it's this top left hip that is being stretched, is being asked to release. And what we want to do as much as possible is just relax. Try not to store tension when you're in posture. Trying to release tension when you're in posture. That's very important. Good work. Perfect. And here I'm just going to slide my legs into what's called fire log posture. Now this is not easy, and you might want to get a cushion underneath this front left leg. So it's this top leg, just like when we were doing awkward pose just a moment ago. In fire log posture, it's this top leg and this top hip that's being asked to stretch. Inhale, lift everything up. Making some length through the back body, tucking the lower ribs back towards the spine. Take a nice deep inhalation, breathing in deeply. And as you can, reaching yourself forward, reaching right out of the pelvis, nice and long through the back body, and wherever you get to is completely fine. When you're comfortable there, just reach your hands forward and drop towards the floor. Breathing into the back body, releasing tension into the vertebra. And gently, gently walking our fingertips back up. Okay, let's move our feet forward again. And I'm just going to bring the left foot beside the right hip. And this foot can stay on the inside of the left knee if you prefer. Or you can bring it over the top and just make sure that the big toe is staying pressed into the ground. Wrap the arm around, the fingertips come behind the right hip. Take a nice deep inhale, lift up. And you'll notice that because you're compressed in the front body, you'll have to breathe into the sides and the back. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, opening back. Opening the vertebra, just warming the body up. Lifting up to open back. So every inhale is a lift up. Every exhale is a release back. Trying to turn from these lower ribs and this lower lumbar. So it's not really about moving the shoulders back. It's really about turning from these lower ribs, trying to get the vertebra to move. And gently, gently looking over, just bringing this top right foot towards the left hip, pressing into the insteps there. And you notice it's stretching into that top right hip, asking it to release. This is called the awkward pose. Beautiful, just pressing into the instep, just taking our time. Noticing how the posture is actually affecting you. And then drawing this right foot across, bringing the left foot underneath this front knee. So it's called a fire log posture. And so it's sort of like two logs, one on top of the other. So it's actually quite deep into the top hip. So you'll notice I'm flexing my feet as well. This foot is on top of this knee, this foot is underneath this knee, and both the legs are nice and forward. Inhale, lift everything up. Beautiful. Get some length out of the pelvis. Get some freedom from those lower ribs. Breathing into the back body, into the ribs, into the collarbones, and then gently, gently reaching forward, using your core abdominals, just very slowly, moving forward, and gently, gently releasing the hands down. Wherever you get to is completely fine. If you're here and your hands are forward, that's fine as well. Wherever you can get to, there's no judgment. It's absolutely fine. It's what your body is doing today. And every day is different. So breathing in, 5 breaths in here. And gently walking our fingertips back up. Okay, we're going to do Vajradhana, which is a lovely twist, and I'm going to show you how to use the wall. And the reason why twisting is so important is because not only does it free up your spine and gets the vertebra moving more fluidly, so that you have less inflammation, less locked joint because of inflammation, so the spine is vertebra not moving very well. So twists really help that. The other thing that twists do, which is incredible, is tone the internal organs. And there is a psychological feeling of well-being from doing that. So, and hopefully you feel that as we go through the class. So let's just come, we're going to use the wall, and I'm going to use my cushion as well. And I'm just going to sit, I'm going to show you how I'm going to sit. So my left thigh is parallel to the wall, and there's about, what is that, 10 centimeters? I'm about 10 centimeters away from the wall, so I'm not right up against it. If you're very flexible, you can be right up against it. You judge as you go through and do the posture. Then I've got one foot on top of the instep of the other foot. So the instep is here, foot's slightly turned up, and this ankle is resting in that groove. Vajradasana. And I'm going to use the wall. So I'm coming here to use the wall, and then I'm going to extend this left hand out. Now you'll notice, and because I've been working on twists for a while, I'm a little bit more flexible so I can move closer to the wall. But for those who are just going to start out, 10 centimeters was good. And I'm just going to look back, stretching this left hand out, and you'll see I've got this lovely curve to the spine and a twist. So we're working on the internal organs, and we're working on getting this vertebra to move more freely. That's the purpose of twists. Beautiful. And now we're going to use the breath. And I've already been saying this class to breathe into the back body. Well, now we're going to breathe into the spine itself. So breathing into the vertebra, breathing up the spine on the inhale, and breathing down the vertebra to the tailbone on the exhale. Breathing in, breathing up the spine from the tailbone, up to the base of the skull. Exhale, back down the vertebra to the tailbone. Good, let's do that 5 more times, breathing in deeply. In and up the vertebra to the base of the skull. Exhale. Back down the vertebra to the tailbone. Beautiful. Bringing your mind to the spine. You're in the present moment. Become more mindful of using the breath to become aware of the spine. As you breathe in, the awareness and the breath move up the spine to the base of the skull. And as you exhale, moving back down the vertebra to the tailbone. We've got 3 more, breathing in deeply. Beautiful, breathe it in. Last time, breathe it in. Beautiful, gently, gently. You can release from the wall. Now I'm just going to reach around with my left hand and grab a hold of this ankle. Now do the best that you can. If you want to, you can just grab a hold of the outside of this right hip. I'm going to reach for the ankle and sit up. Fingertips go back. So this is a closed twist. Big difference. This is an open twist where you see the whole chest is nice and open. And here we have a closed twist, much more difficult, where the arm is actually pressing into the front body. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, gently lift. Deep, deep twist. We're nice and warm now though. Trying to move from these lower ribs. Beautiful. And again, let's breathe in and up the vertebra. Exhaling down the vertebra to the tailbone. 3 more, breathing in and up the vertebra. Exhaling down. Last time, breathe it in. And gently, gently release and relax. Okay, let's go to the other side. So I'm simply going to turn on my cushion and placing 1 foot underneath, 1 ankle on top. I've got my knees parted, so both knees are coming down to so I'm just placing 1 foot, 1 ankle on top of the other. Both knees are coming down to the floor, and I've got myself 10 centimeters if you're a beginner, a little bit closer if you're flexible. And we're just going to turn both hands to the wall, shoulder width apart, and then extending this right arm out, looking back over the right arm. So inhale to lift up, and exhale to open back, trying to bring these left ribs around towards the wall, trying to bring them towards the wall. Breathing in and up the vertebra, in and up the spine, exhaling down the spine and relax, relax, relax. Breathing in and up. Breathing up the spine, exhale, relax, relax, relax. Good. 3 more, breathing in deeply. Beautiful, becoming more aware of the spine, breathing in deeply. Breathing down the vertebra to relax. Last time, breathing in and up the spine. And exhale. Beautiful, gently, gently coming back around. Okay, so you can wrap your hand around this right hip if you prefer. I'm going to reach for the ankle and bringing this left hand back. So you'll notice now we have a closed twist. It's a different feeling altogether. Lifting up before we turn back and trying to move from these lower ribs. It's really the shoulders follow the ribs. Good, breathing in and up the vertebra to the base of the skull, and then exhale, back down the vertebra to the tailbone. Good, and again, breathing in and up. Beautiful, 2 more, breathing in. Beautiful, gently, gently. We can release and relax. Okay, let's do a forward extension just to reset the spine. So I'm going to keep my cushion. I'm just going to come into Baddha Konasana. I find this a really good one. If you've been doing twists and you just want to reset the alignment of the spine, you need to do a symmetrical posture. So twists are asymmetrical, so we're doing one side at a time, whereas symmetrical, you do both sides together. Take a nice deep inhale, breathing in. On the exhale, just reach everything forward. You can drop your elbows in front of your shins and use the elbows to move yourself forward. Breathing in deeply.
Breathing in. Try to reach right out of the tailbone, allowing the chest to come forward and down. And really relax into this posture. The vertebra is being asked to lengthen on both sides evenly now. So we get a stabilizing and grounding effect. Nice deep inhale. And gently, gently coming up. One more posture just like this. So I'm going to move my feet further forward into the turtle posture. And I'm just going to allow myself to lay forward and down. I'm just going to take 5 breaths in here, breathing in deeply. Just resting ourselves down. Wherever you get to, it's absolutely fine. If you're here with hands supported and your feet together and your head dropping down, that's absolutely fine. If you're here, no worries. Breathing in, let the breath and the posture come together. Breathing in deeply. Two more breaths, breathing in. Allowing the hips to soften, the torso to stretch out of the pelvis. Getting some lovely length in here in the tortoise posture. Nice deep inhale. And gently, gently coming all the way back up. I'm going to start with 3 arm circles, breathing in. Breathing in. Breathing in. This time just reaching forward, keeping the pelvis close to the heels, using the core abdominal muscles to slowly, slowly come all the way down. Resting down and then gently, gently coming onto all fours. And we're going to come into Ustrasana. So this is a beautiful posture for just awakening the spine. So we're just going to come into Ustrasana. Just separate the knees hip width. And you can curl the toes under, have the heels up slightly. Level 2s, I'll show you what that's for. Level 1s and everybody, just bring your hands together at the back. Little pinkies are touching and the thumbs come around the side waist. This just supports the back, so if your back is weak, then you can actually just give it a bit of support with the hands. Go nice and gently, take a nice deep inhale. Gently pressing the pelvis forward, lifting the heart up. First of all, drawing the elbows and the shoulder blades back together. Nice deep inhale. And gently, gently press the pelvis forward. Reach the heart up and back. Level 2s, reaching this right hand to the right heel and reaching back with this left arm. Breathing in. Beautiful. Inhale. Sweeping around the side. And coming back to center. Let's go to the other side. Little pinkies touch your lower back. Press the pelvis forward. Draw the elbows and the shoulder blades back together. Inhale. Press the pelvis forward. Lift the heart. Beautiful. Level 2s. Reach for that left ankle, the left heel. With the toes turned under, inhale, lift the right arm up. Beautiful, gently, gently. Coming around and back to center. Okay, let's come into a down dog. Doing a nice symmetrical posture after those two asymmetrical postures. Inhale and exhale, press up. If your heels are touching the floor, move your feet back a little bit. The actual full posture is very wide. Getting a nice length from the tailbone all the way to the top of the head. So just make sure that the ears are still between the shoulders. The neck isn't just dropping away. It's being supported. And the alignment of the spine is in. And the alignment of the spine is perfect. Pressing the tailbone up. Tops of the shoulders away from the ears. Beautiful, and gently, gently coming back down. You can separate the knees, hips back to the heels. Arms can stay forward. Beautiful, gently, gently coming back to our starting position. Beautiful, 3 arm circles, breathing in. Breathing in. Last time. And extending forward into the rabbit. Reaching forward, slowly lowering the chest, using the core. Sending the hands forward. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to turn side on so you can see me. And we're going to come into the posture called the hare. So I'm just going to wrap around with my arms and grab a hold of the heel. And I'm not going to let go. This is what protects me from falling forward or hurting my neck. So I'm just going to hold on to here, tuck the chin in nice and firmly, tuck the forehead towards the knees and lift the pelvis up. Breathing in deeply, opening between the shoulder blades, really rounding the back forward. Beautiful. And gently, gently lowering down and coming. You can just support your forehead for a minute just to restabilize the blood pressure, because the hair is actually a half inversion. So you have the head lower than the heart, which does alter or change the venous blood flow. So the flow of blood throughout the body. And just to stabilize with the head and the heart on the same level, just helps those who may have high or low blood pressure or are susceptible to changes in the venous blood flow. 3 arm circles, breathing in. Breathing in. Last time, breathing in. And exhale, reaching everything forward. Trying to keep the buttocks touching the heels. Using the core to lower the chest down. And we're just going to come up onto all fours. Now, I'm going to show you another way to get the twist into the spine from an all four position. So, it's not all about floor twists, so we can utilize kneeling postures as well. I'm just going to start with this right hand. I'm going to flow that up, breathing in, and gently let it sweep. And again, breathing in. Try not to move the hips at all. You're just getting a twist into the spine, breathing in deeply. Let's hold this time, so just make sure that you've got even weight between the knees and you're not pushing the hips one way or the other. Gently, I'm going to extend this arm along the floor, laying the side of my face to the ground, and I'm going to support myself with this left hand and begin to round my back towards my head. Breathing in. Level 2's reaching the left hand up, reach around and grab that right thigh. Beautiful, and gently, gently placing the left hand back down, using it to come back up, and we begin again the opposite side. Inhale, lift the left arm up, and let it sweep. Breathing in, and let it sweep. Last time, going for a hold. Nice deep inhale, and extend this arm along the floor, moving this right hand so it can support me. The left side of my face is on the floor, and level 2's, you can reach around, grabbing the left thigh. Placing the right hand back down, fully support myself, coming back to a central position. Good work. Let's come into down dog. Turn the toes under, inhale, exhale, press up. Gently, gently open the hips back to the heels and resting down. Beautiful, and gently, gently coming down. You can rest on the floor, open the knees, set the hands forward and resting your forehead down. Breathing into the back body. Beautiful. And gently walking your fingertips back up. Good work. Just going to grab my pillow again. And we're going to finish with the Ujjiahi breath. So the Ujjiahi breath, definitely one of my favorites. The Ujjiahi breath is such a beautiful breath. And again, it helps you to bring your awareness inside the body without it being too confronting or too scary. Sometimes if we're not feeling mentally well, drawing the awareness inside the body can be a bit scary. So I like to do it nice and gently, and I've shown you how I go about doing it myself. Practicing pratyahara through grounding, first of all, then through spinal awareness. And then we can finish off with our pranayama. So just breathing in for 4. Exhaling for 4. Breathing in for 4. Exhaling for 4. Good. Let's make it 6 if we can. Breathing in for 6.
breathing in for 6. Just closing the back of the throat and making a on the exhale for 6. Breathing in for 6. Closing the back of the throat, the epiglottis. Breathing in. Closing the back of the throat. Breathing in. So it's sort of like the sound of the sea. Closing the back of the throat. And because you can hear this sound happening inside your body, it draws your awareness on the inside, to the inside of the body as well. Breathing in deeply. Closing the back of the throat. Breathing in deeply. Now you can look in 45 degrees in front of you if you like, or you can close your eyes just to limit the distraction. Closing the back of the throat. Closing the back of the throat. When you close the epiglottis over the top of the windpipe, it creates this sound, but it also holds some of the heat of the exhaling breath from leaving the body. So it's a nice way to gently cool down. Breathing in deeply. Closing the back of the throat. Three more, breathing in. Closing the back of the throat. Breathing in. Last one, breathing in. Close the back of the throat. Return to natural breath. Normal breath. Just bringing the hands to the heart center. We'll close with an Om. You can follow me, I'll just listen to the sound if you like, taking a nice deep inhale. Just dropping the chin to the base of the throat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I wish you peace, peace, and peace. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining me for class. Check out my website, blog, and Facebook page. That would be great. Look forward to seeing you next time. Free class every 2 weeks. Namaste.